If you've ever taken time off from training, injury, life, whatever the reason, and then came back and regained your strength faster than you expected, that's muscle memory. And it's not just a saying. The science behind it is real, well documented, and it completely changes how you should think about your training and your long-term athletic development. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what muscle memory is, what causes it, and most importantly, how to use it strategically to train smarter. Muscle memory in the context of strength training has two components. The first is neurological. When you train a movement pattern, a squat, a deadlift, a press, your nervous system builds increasingly efficient motor pathways. The pattern gets encoded. Precise firing sequences between your brain, spinal cord, and muscle fibers become automatic. This is why you can take a year off and come back and your form is still there. The movement pattern is stored in your nervous system. The second component is structural, and this is where it gets really interesting. Your muscle cells, specifically the nuclei inside them, are not lost when you stop training. Muscle fibers shrink when you detrain, but the extra myo-nuclei that were built during your training, those stay for months, potentially years. And when you start training again, those myo-nuclei are already in position to rapidly rebuild protein and regenerate the muscle fibers around them. That's why coming back is always faster than starting from scratch. Let me make the myo-nuclei piece concrete. When you train hard and consistently over months and years, your muscle fibers accumulate additional nuclei. These myo-nuclei are donated by satellite cells, which are muscle stem cells that live alongside your fibers. Each myonucleus controls the protein synthesis machinery in a surrounding territory of the cell. More nuclei means more territory serviced, more protein produced, more muscle built. Now here's the key. When you stop training and your muscle fibers shrink from disuse, the myonuclei don't disappear at the same rate. Research suggests they persist for months to years after training stops. So when you come back and start applying mechanical tension again, those nuclei are still there, ready to drive rapid protein synthesis. Your body is not starting over. It's rebuilding from a foundation that was never fully lost. Here's the piece nobody talks about. Muscle memory is not equal across all three energy systems. Your phosphagen system, heavy strength training, max force output, responds to muscle memory the fastest. The neural adaptations come back almost immediately. Your strength numbers return within weeks, sometimes days. The myonuclei support rapid structural recovery too. Your glycolytic system, hypertrophy work, moderate intensity, also benefits significantly from muscle memory. The myonuclei rebuild the fibers faster than they were originally built, but the metabolic adaptations, glycogen storage, enzyme activity, these take a few weeks to reestablish. Your oxidative system, your aerobic base, is the slowest to return. Mitochondrial density and capillary networks do not persist the way myonuclei do. Your aerobic base shrinks significantly during a training break. Zone 2 capacity comes back, but it takes longer and requires deliberate work. This is why returning athletes who only lift feel great immediately but gas out quickly. They've recovered their phosphagen and glycolytic capacity, but their oxidative system is still behind. So how do you use this when you come back from a break? Week 1 and 2, focus on movement quality and moderate load. Your nervous system will adapt fast. Resist the urge to go too heavy too soon. Your tendons and connective tissue adapt more slowly than your neural system. The strength will feel like it's returning rapidly, but your joints need time to catch up. Weeks 3 and 4. Start reintroducing progressive overload on your phosphagen work. Your myonuclei will support fast structural recovery. This is where the muscle memory payoff is most dramatic. Add weight systematically and track every session. Weeks 5 through 8. Your glycolytic capacity should be nearly fully restored. Start pushing hypertrophy volume back up. And throughout all of this, start your zone 2 work from day 1. Your oxidative base will be the last to come back, and the only way to speed it up is consistent aerobic work over time. Log all three systems from the start. The data will show you exactly where each system is in its recovery timeline. This is exactly why tracking matters so much when you're coming back from a break. If you only track weight on the bar, you will assume you're fully recovered once your strength numbers return. And you'll miss the fact that your aerobic base is still 40% below where it was. The Swole Journal logs your energy system intent on every session. When you mark phosphagen, glycolytic, and oxidative across your training week, you can see at a glance which system you're rebuilding and which one you're neglecting. After 12 weeks of data, you'll have a complete picture of your comeback, and you'll know exactly when each system has returned to its previous baseline. That's the Swole Journal, $14.99 on Amazon, link in the description. Free companion video series at swolejournal.com. If this helps, subscribe. There's a lot more coming. Train all three, track everything. See you in the next one.